Well, good afternoon. Here we are again. Wednesday. Gosh, you know, the days just fly by, don't they? We're already at the end of September as well. Mind you, the weather's still quite nice, so that's not too bad, is it? But it's nice today. We've got a bit of sun in today, but I know there's a bit of shadow going across, but that's okay. We're all good. So what we're up to today then? I've got a light blue tile out of the new botanical range, but I thought using it would be rude not to. So we'll see how we go with that one. I've got my regular pen pencil tortillon, and just in case you want a bit of colour in there, I've got my pastel pencils with me. But I'm going to see how I go and how I feel, because you're never quite sure, are you? It's always nice to have a bit of a plan, but not too much. We'll see how that happens. So it is tile 177 today. See, I thought it was 176, look. But no, it is 177. But it doesn't really matter, does it? It's just another excuse to have a little bit of time just to sort of relax and chill out. So I hope you enjoyed the little video we did this morning. That was quite fun. Just so you could see how the books are made. I hope we've been busy doing that all morning. Fingers crossed. It's you know, we're going to all be ready and done and sorted. It'll be good. So here we go then. I'm going to go in with my pencil first. I think that's the best way to do this. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to draw. I do apologize about that. I've got this shadow going on. Just hang on a second and I'll draw this little shape in. And then I'll let you, you know, catch up. It's a bit wonky, but that's okay. Not to worry about that. You're not going to see that when it's done anyway. It's just a bit of a guide really to get us going, so not a problem. Okay. All right, so let's come on in with the pen. Now I'm going to go a little bit larger here. Hopefully that'll help with the shadow. Oh, not really. Can't really see that. I'll come in from the... Oh, look. Hey. All right. I'm going to start with a curve going either side of that line. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Vicky. I did put a timer on so I didn't forget. Let's do it's a little bit like a moon shape. You know, we don't want it to be too narrow. There we are. Okay. I think I'm going to just put one on this end, but I'm just going to change its sort of angle a little bit. So, there we go. Let's have one there. So that one looks like it's sort of going underneath that one, you see? Okay. So then I'm going to do another. I'm going to turn it round. I find it easy to draw them this way. And again, I'm sort of working either side of that shape. I'm going to do the curve first. And then I'm just going to bring that round so it's sort of touching. There we go. Okay. Now, if you find it easier, if you want to draw this line first, you see how it's practically touching, and then do the shape here, that's fine, whatever works for you. All right. And then, see, it might be that, let's try it this way again. It's nice to try both, see which you think's better. And then I do sort of want it to touch. Okay. Oh, hey Sam, that's good. Hope sounds like everything went well, so hope you're on the mend. It's nice to know. Seems like ages since we last met, isn't it now? Oh, Janet. Are you sitting there with wet hair, are you? Oh. Okay, let's have a look at this now. You can see where it's going. There you are. All right, so you can see here that I'm just sort of following this curve around a little bit. I might decide to change the shape. I mean, I could actually bring it up and maybe round a little bit. You know, I've got two options. Let's not worry about that yet. Let's think about that when we get there. So you see, these are not too narrow. They're quite wide. Yeah. You see, that one didn't touch, but it's really close, so that's absolutely fine. It's all right. And of course, see, isn't there? You might notice it's sort of a natural occurrence, this, but they're getting a little bit smaller, just as I'm going around this curve here. Now this is something that you could do as a large piece and it looked really cool. We did do something similar in I want to say book 5, but maybe it was book 4. It's on the front cover in red, and they were a little bit more spaced out than this. Oh, thanks for watching that video this morning. We do enjoy doing it. I think it's nice that you can see how things are made. Okay. And then let's get another one in. See, oh, that's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Oh, thanks, Sam. Yeah. Another one in there. Now you see I've got this decision, do I go this way or do I go that way? Okay. I think I'm going to go this way. It sort of feels like it wants to. And yeah. So they're going to get smaller here. Oh, there we go. Oh, I know, Sheila, yeah. I think sometimes we get so used to seeing things and think that they're all done by a machine, and I hope now you've looked at your books, you've got sat there and think, actually Sandra did coil them. But it was either me or it would have been John. We did actually do them, so it's nice, I think, to appreciate just how something's made, isn't it? The sun's come back out. There we go. So I'm just gonna merge that in a little bit. There you go. So you can see. See, I decided to go that way, and obviously at some point, there we go. I can just rub out that little section there. You see, I'm just gonna get rid of that. I might even get rid of those. You see, I don't need them now. Of course, yours is going to be that light, as you'll not notice it anyway, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, Louise, you wait till you've done a few hundred and think if it's fun. Oh, goodness me. I must love it or I wouldn't do it, would I? Oh, okay. I know, Shirley, you remember. Let's go a bit larger, so I'm going to go onto this bottom edge here. Let's have a look. I'm going to start a little bit further up. And again, you might want to just wait until I've done it. I want a little bit of a gap because I'm going to put a little sort of teardroppy shape in here. You see, I've got quite a gap. It's sort of a similar size, isn't it? And then I'm going to draw a little teardrop on the inside there. There we go. So it's a little bit thinner. And then I'm going to bring a little curve this way and a little curve this way, you see? I know you do, Louise. That's why we do it, because I know you all appreciate it. It's okay, another curve. See, similar sort of curve there. And then I'm going to just draw in that one. And let's put one on this side as well. Doesn't have to be the same. And again, you know, feel free to move your tile. There you go. And then I'm going to put another one in here. So you see, this time I've sort of moved it up a little bit, so it's not quite to the same end point there. And then let's do one on that side. Oh, look at that. All right, I'm going to put a couple of little lines, like 1, 2. Maybe just get one in there. You see, now this time I'm going to go that way. Little flicks. Okay. And I'm just going to fill this with bubbles. Okay. Oh, Lynn, now that would be tally, wouldn't it? There we are. Okay, got that kind of shape going on. So I think I'm going to put another one of those in. So let's put one in here. All right, So another one of those sort of teardrops to start with. And then a little one inside. See, I could fill it with bubbles, so I'm going there. All right. Oh, Chris, nice to see you back. So here we go again. Remember we did that little curve? One that side, and one that side. Okay, let's go a little bit bigger. See, oh, I'm trying to anyway. There you go. There you are. And then we did one this side. And then one this side. Okay. Then another one this side. See, it goes slightly underneath there. Oh, it's sort of, everything's overlapping everything, isn't it? And then of course one this side as well. There we go. And again, a couple here. And then one, and one, and one, and one. Okay, let's have a look. All right. Look at that, sort of working its way slightly upwards, isn't it? Let's put another one in. I'm going to do one sort of here, but more at an angle. All right. Okay. Remember that film? Yeah. That's a blast from the past. Little Shop of Horrors. Seymour. Yeah, Crate and Craft, I was going to be on Friday night for a pick of an early bird, but it's not happening now. They do change things about a bit. I am doing an American show on Friday night. It goes out live here at 9 o'clock. Now, you won't see it on the TV, but if you look on the USA Crate and Craft Live, you'll see I'm on their schedule, and you can watch it from there. But other than that, I'll be on at 8:15 on Saturday morning. So it is a pick of the day, so the price will drop for the pick of the day, just so you're aware, okay? Okay, so let's have a little bit of a wave from here, look into here. See a bit of a wavy line. And then let's do another one. Okay, let's do one from here. See, it's going to go sort of wiggly in and around. Let's sort of have that crossing over there. And then let's do. See, will that, yeah, you not quite see that there. Just checking. There we go. Absolutely, yeah, that would be my advice. I know a lot of you do buy before the show, and that's great, but please, you know, wait, because that pick of the day price does drop on the show. So there we are. I know, Chris, I think I've been singing it as well. Okay, we're going to come back to that in a minute. Actually, I'm going to, yeah, let's fill in this bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some bubbles, of course. But it's a sort of, almost think of it like a little dish there. There we go, bubbles. See, so it's sort of filling in. And I'm going to just go on in and add in any little sections that I can't fill. And then I want it to sort of give the impression that it's running over. Okay, so it's sort of bubbling up and coming back down again. Of course, any little gaps along the way. And then same this side, so, you know, see, they feel like they're sort of toppling out because it's so full. There we go. All right. And just working my way around there. You see, it's just sort of falling out of there. Okay, I think I'm gonna just just add a few just up there. Nothing major, okay? So let's add in a couple of extra bits. Now, see at the top here, I'm just going to add sort of quite a small bit on the top. And I'm going to just create that little swirl around there. And I'm going to do another one the other way. Don't think about them being the same size. Try and make them a little bit different. Okay, it's a bit rubber. There you go. Alright, let's have another one down here. Going behind there. And then let's have a look at the top sections here as well. So let's just go back to these flowers. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work from the top, and I'm just going to come out and add a little curl this way and a little curl that way. And then we can do another. Go it the same way. Let's do the same on this one then. So following that shape, bit of a curl that way and that way. And let's do that way and that again. Don't worry about them being same size. Okay, so this one, now the beauty with this one is because it's just a curl, we're not going to fill it in, anything like that. It can go straight over the top, or if you want to, it can go behind, it doesn't matter. I've got going into there. All right. Oh, Lynn, yes, earth tiles. The ladies emailed me this morning and said, right, we've got some in. How much do you want to order? And I've not answered her email yet because I've been making books. So I will answer her after this and I'll tell her I need some. So at least Monday, Tuesday next week we'll have them in stock. Okay, I've got a little bit of a line there, you see? And at the top here, oh, sorry, there you go. Sorry, wandering off. At the top here, I'm just going to add 3 little lines there. And then little dots, 1, 2, 3 there. And let's do the same here, look. Put 3 in. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put some little curvy leaves, just little ones, just sort of joined to that original curve. Okay, let's add another one of those, another curve. So again, like 3 little lines, little bobbles. Now this time I'm going to bring this one out this way. There we go. I might even put one there. Yeah, I'm going to put one up there as well. And then of course, let's have some little leaves in there. You see? Let's have a look at that. Okay. I'm going to bring in a few this side. Sort of growing up out of there. And just as before, I've got 3 little bubbles there. Let's bring another one in. Oh, look what I've not done there. There we go. I did my little lines. Then adding those little bubbles on. And a couple of little leaves. See, I can do one there as well. So you do it however it works for you in that sense. It's depends on where yours is and what kind of shapes you've got and what space. So I'm going to bring another one down there. 3 little legs. There we go. And let's do another one. You can do different sizes. You can do different things on the end. You can do more than 3 little legs if you want to. Whatever you want to do. Okay. So I'm going to put just a few down here. Let's take that one from there. And again, bring in those little dots on the end. One in here. Just let it grow. Just see how it sort of develops. It's just a different way of adding a little bit of a flourish. It's quite nice, isn't it? There we go. See? Looks quite moody with that shadow in the top there, doesn't it? It's if you've been to my classroom, you'll know the sun does come in and it's really beautiful. But it does impede a little bit on the shadows and what you can see. I do need to get some more classes set up. I've just been a little bit busy. But we will, certainly for next month, which is only the weekend. Goodness me. It goes so quickly, doesn't it? Benji's 2 next month, so his birthday. There we are. All right, let's have a quick look at the whole tile, okay? So we need some of these coming out here too. It's just to sort of bring it together. So again, let's add them where you think they need to be. I was thinking with classes of maybe doing some of the Christmas stencils, maybe do a few sessions, maybe the wreath, and there's a few other kits and things that we can have a look at. That'd be quite nice. I've got a couple of kits in mind. So yeah, we've got plans. All right, I think I'm going to bring one sort of up and out here as well. There we are. You see, just in and around those little flowers there. A couple of leaves as we go. Let's go a bit longer there. All right. We can get a few leaves in there, see? A few down there. Okay. I think as well, let's just sort of add a few little bubbles just as they cast off and go their own little way. Don't need lots, but it's just nice to have some. It looks a little nicer. There we go. Okay. So, oh, Chris, no zingers. Maybe you could put zingers in if you like. Let's have a look at this. My Zoom doesn't want to work so well today. Let's have a look at these shapes here. I'm going to sort of imagine the middle there. I'm going to create a little bit of a V in the middle. So if you need to put a little mark in to sort of get your eyes knowing where you're going. But otherwise I'm just going to turn my tile as I'm going and add in that little V shape. Okay. Just sort of working my way around. There we go. See, it's nice. I know if you've still got that little curve, if you've worked to that being in the middle, works quite well, but not to worry. See, you just get smaller as we're going up there. Okay. So I'm just going to fill in that space there. Again, you don't have to. You can colour it a different colour. You can add in stripes. Whatever you want to do. Could use a thicker pen for this. Do I have one? No, I've got an 01. I've got a brush. There we go. Let's bring that brush in. Just sort of helps fill in that space there. See, I always sort of do the outline first, and then I've got a little bit of a thicker space. All right, and just sort of working my way around there. Okay. See, it changes it, doesn't it? Once you put that sort of black line on. It adds a little bit to it, changes things up a little bit, and then of course it's sort of redefines those shapes, and you start to see them then. There we go. Just sort of adding that touch in. And again, you know, if you do it in, you could have done them in white. That would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Rather than black if you're on a coloured tile. Oh, I know, Carol. A little bit of a sneak that some brush pens might be coming soon, but they won't have Sakura written on them. Well, that's as much as I'll say for now. Okay, I'm just going to bring in and put a couple of little lines. You see either side? And then if I put a dot on the end, you see how that's sort of a little bit similar to what's going on around the outside? And just sort of gives it a little bit of interest there. Okay, same on there. Just add in those little dots. Working my way round. Alright. Again, you can choose your own design for this if you want to. You could add anything into these. It's entirely up to you, or you could just leave them blank and add some shade. But it depends what you want to sort of show up. There we are, just again it gets smaller, as you can see, as you go further up the shape. But, you know, whether you want to do all the lines and then all the bubbles. I think I know if I put all the lines on and then come down with the bubbles, I'm going to miss some somewhere. So I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing and add them as I'm going. And of course, some of them you're only going to get one in. Oh, that's quite cute. So not to worry if you can only get one, because they are getting quite small. So just take your time and just sort of see what comes, even if you can only get one in. Oh, Rose, yes, the tile swaps are still coming in. They're on my desk downstairs. So, yeah, we're going to be opening them soon and putting them all on the mosaic. So if you've not done your tile swap yet, why not? Why not? It's a great thing to do, it really is. Just have a look at the video on tile swap number 9. There we go. So we've got this lovely sort of design all the way around. Okay, let's have a look then. Let's just sort of ease out a bit. Okay. So I think I'm, yeah. Do I want a border? Don't I want a border? I think I'm going to leave it for now and just get some sort of shadow on and things like that. I think I'm going to definitely start with pencil because I want to leave, I think I'm going to put a colour here, but I'm going to use shadow for pencil on this. So let's see how that goes. Okay. I'm going to start by just adding pencil at either side of those shapes. Okay, let's go a bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Okay. So just as before, I'm not trying to colour it in. I'm not trying to be neat. I'm just adding in a pencil. You see? Alf's got Wellingtons on again.
I don't think I'm going to give her a tonight.
Do you see, ever since I freed Leslie Alf, this is what I have to put up with. You know? She's gone all union on me. Well, she doesn't have her slippers on today, so.
No.
Oh, there we go. So, I know. It's bad, isn't it? I'm going to have to open a society for Alf abuse. Literally, it's the opposite way around, yes. I don't know. She and John gang up on me, I'll tell you. Okay. So even John's laughing at me now. All right, so I'm going to bring the tortillon in at this point. Let's just soften that edge a little bit. See how it just sort of pulls it out. I'm not going to have such a white highlight in the middle because I've got that the black, but I might come in there and add a little bit of white pencil maybe. All right. Okay, so just sort of bring that in. I'm not trying to fill the whole gap, I'm leaving a little bit. Oh, Victoria, that's a good point. Shall I ask John while he's here? John?
Yes.
Are we going to make some more of the tile desk organisers?
What?
So are you going to make some more of the desk organisers for us? That's
You know
something we can
me,
do.
I do exactly what I'm told. I always do what I'm told.
In that case then, yes, we will do some more. I'll add it to his list of jobs.
That's 9,455th.
We'll get some on the website for you. Oh, everybody's been really nice about it. And rulers. Okay, it's going to bring a bit of pencil in here. There we go. See? There we are. Just a little bit underneath. And of course, just make sure you... Oh, I know. It's not the elves being abused, though. It's the... Yeah, it's their bosses. Okay. All right, let's have a look at this. All right. Oh, it's looking nice, isn't it? I think I'm going to bring a bit of colour in now. I'm going to go, how am I feeling? Being that I've got a blue tile, let's go blue. And of course I want a little bit of white. Now I could use my white chalky pencil or I could use the pastel that's in the set. So I'll go with the pastel in the set for now, being that we... Does he do chairs too? John can turn his hand at anything. He's not for hire and he's not for sale.
Are you hiring me out?
No.
As a stud?
Okay. See what you've started now, look. I'm just going to add a little bit around the side there. Okay. Oh. The same here. Oh, Vera, you'll have to have a look back at the photographs. I think Elaine Beddoe took some photographs when we did classes at the beginning of the month. And I think there's some pictures of John there. I'm just adding a little bit, see, just to the middle sections there. Of course, remember, you could always add more. So you don't need to go crazy silly with it. You can just sort of do a little bit and add a little bit as and when. I think I'm going to just bring a little bit into those bubbles as well. Just a few of them. Okay, or maybe one that side. And then these ones, a little bit too small to do much with. But, you know, we can add a little bit. Or you could use a gel pen in that. And I think, let's bring in just a touch of green as well, just for these little leaves. And again, it's just sort of adding a little bit of colour in. See, they're not going to take much. Just over a little line. Let's do a few of those bubbles in green as well. Of course, we could add a little bit to the stems. And, so you can't really get much in there, but it just gives it a little hint of colour. There we go. And just a few up here. Okay. So I'm going to leave the white for a minute. I'm going to come in now with the tortillon. Again, a little bit of a nail. If I see here, look, I've got a little bit of graphite on. So I've got a little nail file. So I'm just going to file it off. Look at the dots. You see, I'm just sort of filing it to a point. You see there? See that little bit? You keep filing it, that little bit at the top will just sort of disappear. There you go. If it gets too much, you can just snip it with a pair of scissors, but there we go. See now? Nice sort of clean tortillon again. And that means I'm not going to get any graphite on this blue as I just soften the edge round. There we go. Okay. Now again, I'm not trying to fill all of it in. I'm just sort of softening it round, leaving some of the original. There we are. Just taking my time with it. See, just sort of brushing it round ever so gentle. Now don't be tempted to blow all that dust away just for now. Just wait until you've done all of it and then you can do it. It's almost like you've got to wait for that bit. There we go. Okay, now I can do the bubbles. I'm just going to touch them slightly because they're similar colour, the blue, the green, you know, we just sort of fill them in. Okay, there we are. Now in with the white. I'm just going to bring a little bit of white. You see where we've got these sort of bits of the tile left? Now because I've used a coloured tile, it just means that I've got some of it somewhere to put this little highlight. Okay, and I'm not gonna blend that out at all. I'm gonna leave it. Alison, I'm using the Bronzeal. There we go. Bronzeal pastel, white. It's they come in a set of 12, and this is the professional range. You can get lots. Everybody's got their own version. I do have a few Bronzeal pastels on my website. They're not many though. It's they're difficult to keep in stock because I know we use them a lot, but they look great. There we go. So okay, I'm just going to come back in now with my black micron, and I'm just going to sort of look at this set here again. And what I want to do is I'm just going to thicken up. Let me go a little bit larger so you can see it. Just the corners. You see? So just sort of go over it a couple of times again. Just sort of on the corners there. So I've not touched the middle at all. Just both sides there and there. Okay. Along here. See? I must say as well with pastels, and certainly with the white chalk pencil that I've now got, just be careful how you sharpen them because they are chalk and they're very soft. So you don't want a really heavy duty pencil sharpener on them. I do know if you stick them in the freezer for 5 minutes or so and then sharpen them, it makes it a little bit easier. You know, all these things, I think it's just a pencil, but we want to look after what we've got, don't we? So it's nice to be able to use them. Okay. Okay, so there we are. Just working my way around. Okay. So just, as it gets smaller, you're just going to do a little less each time. It's just adding that little bit of definition just to those points. Okay. And taking it easy. See, there we go. And I'm going to bring in a white gel pen. Again, you don't have to use white. You can use a silver or gold, or you don't have to do this at all as such, but you see where we've got these bubbles? Let's have a look. So I just want to come in and just going to add some white to those bubbles. You see, it just sort of brings them back to life a little bit. Go really quite small there, you see? See where we've got two bubbles, we can, but where you've got the black, we can come in quite light and add a few extra. That's quite nice. Let's do that there as well. All right. And then, of course, if we've got any little bubbles left, we could come in and just fill a few. And because it's a light blue tile, you don't really see it. It's not sort of in your face white, but you can just sort of see that difference. So here we go. See this, you won't see much of this because it's so small. It's just because I'm close up, so I'm not gonna worry about blending any of that at all. Let's just add a little bit in there. And then of course it's the do we or don't we, these lines in the center here. Let's have a look. Do we? Oh, they would rose, yeah, the koi's metallics on them. So I think here I'm going to put the white line in the middle. You can decide whether you want to or not. You could use a white pencil instead of a pen, but whatever you want to do. So I'm just adding a white line in the middle of those V's, you see? Just sort of gives that little highlight down there. But again, it's your choice, whatever you want to do. If you think, no, I like it without, that's fine. But yeah, I'm turning it round as I go. Let's have a look. Okay, see, I kind of like that. So I think I'm going to play a little bit more with this. I think there's a bit more I can do. I'm going to come in with a grey fine liner pen. If you haven't got one of these, doesn't matter. You can use any colour, or you can come in with a black. I think what I'm going to do is just some more of it. I'm just going to add some more of these, but because I'm using the grey, it's going to come in a little bit lighter. See, I'm just going to add little leaves on the end. Let's go a bit larger. Rather than do the little prong sort of shapes, let's just do the leaves. And let's pull one out here. See, they're just sort of touching the stem there as you go round. That's another one. And because we're using a lighter colour, it's not going to be as sort of vivid, and it's going to give you some background attention. Okay, so it'll fit in all sorts of little places, won't it? Where you might think it needs a little bit more of something, but you don't know quite what to put in there. And it's nice to just add a little bit more detail if you can. You see, let's just have a little look at that. Okay, I'm going to put one up here. See, they can sort of filter in and out and sit in between and do all sorts of things. Let's have one there, look. Go as big or as little as you want to go. So, no rush at all, just sort of take it in your stride. Let's have one here, look. Okay. So this is a different take on what we would usually do. We usually draw everything and then add the shade. But today we've done sort of the tile, and sometimes you think, do you know what, I'd like to add a little bit more. So don't sort of think, oh, I've coloured it and shaded it now, I can't do that. It's yeah, you can go back and forth and you can do little bits. I mean, you could even, leave it for a day if you wanted to and come back. And then sort of see how how you feel and add more to it if you want to. It's entirely up to you. So never say it's, you know, it's fully complete. It's entirely what you want it to be. But there we go. Just add a little bit in here. Maybe a little bit up here. Okay, let's have a look at that. See, that just gives it that little bit of fullness, doesn't it? It was nice before, but just adding a little bit more. But not so it's completely, no. There we are, just a few in there. A little bit up here. See, you know, it's just take a little bit as you go. So I'm going to bring that down here so it looks like it has got, you know, a start and a finish. So there we go. That's, yeah, I like that. I think that's good. Okay, I'm just going to come back in with a little bit of shadow, just a bit of pencil. And I'm just going to sort of zigzag it a little bit around this bottom edge. See, so a little bit, just up, I'm going to stop it about there. Alright. And then of course back in I'm going to use a tortillon here that's not as pointed around the edge. What I'm going to do is just sort of soften it round. See, this works quite well. You know, if you've got a tortillon that's not as pointed anymore, don't discard it. You can use it for sort of slightly larger pieces and things. So don't, you know, don't think it's no good anymore. Just want a bit of shade in there. I'm going to go around those balls too much, but that goes to sort of nothing there. So it just gives it a little bit of something to work on. There we are. Okay. Okay. Go a little bit darker in there. Okay, and I think just a bit more pencil, just a little bit underneath each one of those, because they're quite close to the ground there. And then, just, oh, don't want that one because that's got blue on it. You know, just sort of work it in a little bit. There you are. See just how the depth can build when you do that with those. And I think that is about it. I think the only thing we need to do now, a bit of a signature. There we go. Let's put that in there. And there is my goodness me tile 177. So hopefully that will keep you busy up until Friday. I'm sure there's plenty you could be adding to that. You can change things around, you can colour it in differently, you could create a completely different pattern inside this lovely sort of curl shape here. You could even extend the curl, make it bigger. So there's quite a little bit of stuff you can do with that one. So, all right, have a bit of fun with this one. Let me know how you get on. And I'll get back to making books. And hopefully, all being well, see you all back here again on Friday at 2 o'clock. All right, you take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.